that.
This is session 5 of SPQR. We are down a member. They are MIA. We have Christian, Seth, and
R.I.P.
Brennan here.
The greatest.
We are going to start with this is also October 26th at 10:40 in the morning. So, yeah, okay. We are going to start with a full campaign recap quickly because it's probably been 2 months since we last played. So, where we ended will be brought up at the end, but this campaign is a play on the Roman Empire with fantasy elements incorporated, but we started everybody meeting at a tavern essentially. There was a scuffle that came out and the players were brought into a cell for questioning. From there, they were taken in by a benefactor who seemed to be quite rich named Cassia Varelius, and she had them lodged at her place for the evening in agreement they would fight for her and her house at the Games of Binding, which is a week-long ceremony in the Roman Empire. At this time of the year, during that night, they had a dinner in which Marcos had an abrupt exit amidst some controversial conversation. And that evening, they stayed the night. They then woke up the next morning, were quickly brought toward the Colosseum, the same of which is standing today, and they fought in that against a chimera after being under the dungeon and watching these battles and hearing these battles for hours. They came out, they had a great performance, quite a stellar performance, even though there were 2 downs, I believe, in that. One was Xenophon for sure, and I think the other was Conan. But during that
one on third down
time,
pretty good,
they
I
did.
think.
They beat the Chimera quite handily, and the Chimera couldn't even move. So it was a very dominant performance by them. And afterwards, they were brought to stand close to the Emperor. Xenophon was brought a little bit closer because he needed to be under protection because he is a slave of the Roman Empire during that time and was not allowed to stand with the other victors. Then the main event happened with the Marcellin family. They slayed a large ocean beast in the Colosseum, and following that, they approached the Emperor, and amidst a solemn moment, a odd shift occurred where they pulled out a spherical object, spoke a couple words to the Emperor that Xenophon was able to hear, and then together they adjusted the object and they caused a large magical arcane explosion to encapsulate them and some of the other people standing by them, Xenophon being just on the edge of this sphere. And a large event occurred. The blast radius was across the whole Colosseum to be felt, but the main impact was just in that dome. Xenophon being in that dome had the most egregious case, but everybody else felt massive physical repercussions from being around that bomb. However, Rise felt none of them, standing unfazed right next to everybody else. The only other person that seemed mildly okay was Lucan, who was shielded by the blast from his parents, who had been incinerated. And Lucan standing at the edge of the Colosseum, looking up back at the ashes of his parents, stunned. Rise took a moment with Lucan. We rushed through this part because we didn't have much time left in the session. But during this time, we presume that Rise helped people out of the Colosseum, saved some lives in terms of bringing them to infirmaries around the city, and we came back together in an infirmary room with Rise and Casey Aurelius waiting. And this was the main important climax of the last session of each character individually waking up that was not Rise. First being Conan, I believe. And when Conan awoke, he was quite aggressively spoken to by Cassia, as she had found, rummaged through his stuff, the note, the letter that was from
Marcos.
House. Pardon?
Marcos? I mean,
Was Marcos the first to wake? No. Claudia was the person that spoke to Marcos aggressively.
okay.
Cassia, who is the benefactor, woke.
Casey Aurelius, gotcha.
Yes.
What's her name? Claudia, the one that Marcos has got a thing with?
Yes.
Gotcha.
All right, you probably are.
Assume.
That's okay.
Which wouldn't be uncommon for ancient Rome. They were weird like that. They were
weird
real.
like that.
They were real.
You're gonna get canceled, Roman.
They were like really into little boys back then. They were. Anyway. Yeah. So Cassia was immediately interrogating Conan on the note being from House Vilsera, a rival house to the Varelius house. And she had taken away the opaque magical covering over the words, leaving only Dwarvish language underneath. And this language has been dead for a long time. And there have been records scrubbed and known to be scrubbed in the library of the Domus Arcanorium for years. And there doesn't seem to be any way to translate this language other than knowing it. However, Conan knew someone who does speak Dwarvish. So him and Cassia decided that he would trek back to where he used to be to get this letter translated. He set off quickly, and only after a couple more conversations was when he left. But the next to wake was Marcos. Marcos woke and was sat a little bit, dazed still, as the door swung open and someone from his past walked in, Claudia. And she went up to Brennan with a sad look on her face, or pardon me, Marcos with a sad look on her face, and sat down on the edge of his bed. And as he sort of recognized that she was there, she reached down and she slapped him across the face for reasons that you and the rest of the party don't understand yet. But during this moment, she noticed something else. The man sat to the right of her, on the left of Marcos, had magical abilities. Asking Marcos how long this has how long they have had this, and Marcos knew nothing of it. Claudia was the first to notice as energy began to pulse and the magical arcane started to really become more prominent in this person, with a large reaction as the rest of the party attempts to help Xenophon, who is now dealing with this new found ability. And from there, we pretty much ended. Am I incorrect in that? Yeah, there wasn't much fallout after that. So right now, before we begin, I'd like to quickly get a little bit of a mind's eye into each of your guys' characters' heads for a moment. You're probably in shock, but we'll say that we are picking up after a night in the infirmary. Rise will be your choice if you would like to stay that evening with them. Casey will have told you. Okay.
I
You
will.
can stay in the chair like the husband at the hospital.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking like sitting in the like hospital chair giving birth,
Yeah, they're just like,
like just barely sleeping, you know. Christian gets it. No, he doesn't. Okay. So you're just hanging out there too. You could honestly have taken Conan's
I'm gonna
bed because
take
he
one
would
of
not be
those.
there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one of those infirmary beds. Just,
Yeah. Just chill, hang out.
just chill.
But in any order that you guys may see him, I'd like to hear just a little bit or more than a little bit of what your characters are thinking. How you're feeling, what's going on.
All right.
This will be
Yeah.
so you could tell from
Much
we're gonna
time
say
passed.
that the next time that we will be beginning will be in the morning of waking up in the infirmary, but where your head is at, maybe falling
So,
asleep that in that
so
night.
this is the same day that all this shit happened. Still.
This will be the next day
Oh, the next
that
day.
you
Okay.
that we will be picking up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so when we ended the last session, that was at night.
It was probably 5 or 6 p.m., maybe even a little later, because
So that's
your
like that would be
combat
like
was probably
me.
at 2, and
Mhm.
there was a lot of fallout afterwards.
True. Okay, so that's what I'm kind of. So that's like me going around helping people, bringing people to the infirmary that
Yes.
day,
Yes.
and then this
This is the
the next day.
evening of then, and you will get a medium rest for this evening. Yes.
Look at the notes, Brennan. Look in the notes.
I did tell you
Night's rest.
to.
Forgot I have the slippers of spider climbing.
Oh, dude,
I know. I was
Gotta
trying to
use
get
that.
you to use those a
Ah.
little bit before.
gotta use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Yep. I do remember that.
Where? I thought you did send it.
I definitely did. I'm 100% certain I did.
Yeah, I think we need. Oh, I see it. I see it. Wait, short rest.
Okay, pardon me. Short.
It's a short rest then.
Short
Yeah.
rest. Short rest. Bro, Brennan's so hostile.
What we should do is honestly make another channel of just Discord shit because now it's just becoming like a actual just regular Discord
That's
channel.
fair.
We should just
Yeah.
have a
That's
like
fair.
a
Alex,
table
Alex
channel.
took the boot, and this is our main.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Here, I'm gonna make a D&D text channel. How about that?
There you go. And then just shove everything in there.
Yup. Yes, that is your choice. What the hell? What is going on? Why? Yes, pardon me, I did not hear what
Yes.
you said. What did you
Yes,
say?
level 2, Brennan. Or 2 level 1s or 1 level 2?
Mhm.
Oh.
But whenever you guys are ready, let me know if you have any thoughts on where your characters are at.
That's right. Mindsets. I would think that Rise is a little like shell shocked. Like he's just kind of exhausted.
Yeah.
He's been running all over the place, trying to help all these people, and then he comes back and he's like staying up all night, just thinking about what just happened,
Sounds good.
trying to process.
And I left out a key detail, by the way. The Emperor is obviously dead too. So it's not just
That's
random
true.
people. The Emperor is
Whoa.
gone. Yeah.
I think Xenophen's going to be a little similar to Rise. He's going to be a little shell shocked, albeit in a different manner, and very confused from the look of it. And he's not going to be very social.
What's new?
Yeah, what's new, right?
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to slowly, individually come to your senses in the morning at whatever pace your characters may feel. If they're going to lie down, look at the ceiling for a little bit, whatever it is. And then you're just going to exist in the room for a while together in the quiet, whatever it might be. If you chat, if you don't, that's fine. And if one of you says something, let me know. I'm going to say it's probably a little later for a normal Roman wake up time. Normal Roman wake up time would probably be 6 or 6:30 to wake up.
Not 7?
God. This is gonna be really funny if one of you guys decide to watch this YouTube video in like 15 years and you're gonna be so embarrassed at yourself. And
I'll look
then
back. All the great memories.
of 6,
6 and
7.
7.
Yeah, dude. So you guys, let's say it's about 8 a.m. this morning. You've taken a long, long night's rest, doing your best to just relax and recover from what happened. Your bodies are even exhausted from trying to recover.
Yeah.
And it'll just be quiet unless any of you guys speak up or anything like that. Okay. So
I
we're gonna-
will talk. I will
Oh,
talk.
Wow.
choose.
This is a revelation in this
Uh-huh.
party. Someone
So-
speaks in silence.
So Xenophen, right? He's going to be very quiet in his bed, probably leaning against the wall a little bit, and he's going to look at Marcos and say, Marcos, is there any way to get rid of this power?
The Academy. You would believe that to be true, Marcos. That's correct. Yes. But no, what you said entirely is correct. That's what you were told.
That's it. That's all.
That's it.
You can move on.
So are you going to take that information and how does your character react to that? Is it no, Christian?
I think Xenophen is going to kind of just like sink further. He's going to pick his head up and look at Marcos to hear that information and just kind of like slowly slump his head against the wall.
Damn.
And he's just thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is there to understand? Of course I can feel it. Of course I can. This is a curse. This is a curse. There's no other way to say it. I think that's the opposite of what a curse means. Not unless you know how to get rid of it.
You know, you can
Not
ask him
unless
to repeat.
you know how to get rid of it. It's crazy. All right.
So, unless you guys want to interrupt again, we're going to let time sort of pass in this room. Your thoughts can just wander. There's been plenty to think on in this last day.
Mhm.
If you have something that you do in your pastime, if you're whatever, you could just do that. But we're going to let you sit in this room for more time than would be appropriate to leave for D&D. It's probably 30 minutes to an hour of just uninterrupted relaxation, recovery. You can
Yeah.
tell that out the door of your room, there is a lot going on. You presume that there are nurses flying across the hallways trying to help a bunch of people in this building. What's up, Zen?
Remind me again, Roman Empire is mainly Christian now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Like almost
Catholic.
completely. Yeah, Catholic.
Most. Yes. Yes.
So there wouldn't be like any shrines dedicated to Roman gods left. There'd only be like churches.
There are
I'm not saying
old-
left, but easily accessible.
easily accessible now.
Okay.
Well, in the old forums, in the more northeast portion of the city, you would not know this. I am. This
Gotcha.
is something outside of Xenophane's understanding.
Thank you. Xenophane's going to stand.
You know what? You know what? You have been around the city. You've been here for a couple months now. Roll me a. What would that be? Maybe a. I don't have my checks pulled up at the moment. Let me quickly find.
For
I would
intelligence, you have religion,
Like religion,
nature,
yeah.
history, investigation,
say-
or arcana.
I would say investigation.
Cool. Natural 20.
Okay, so while you've been working in the northeast
7.
portion of the city, so while you've been working in the northeast portion of the city, there's been construction going on in that area, and you've been doing a lot of work up there. But in the more civilian areas, old forums have had temples dedicated to old gods, Roman gods. Xenophon would feel that these are mere copycats of the true Greek gods. And unsure how he would feel about the temples, you know that they are accessible, but almost deserted. They don't seem to have the same focus they used to.
I think
Unkept.
Xenophane's just going to stand up and go walk outside the door to the room. What's he going to see?
You're going to see beds and gurneys hovering slightly off of the ground with wards in four corners, as if as in elevated wheels sliding across, with nurses running those beds across the hall. The noise, as soon as the door swings open, it's just going to be, you're going to hear some screams, you're going to hear groans, little beeps of alarms going off, or just simple gauges from the medical facility. In terms of today's world, just think more of a concrete magic-based version of a normal hospital. They seem to have quite an elevated understanding of medicine and how to help people, but almost entirely through the ways of the arcane instead of our today's understanding through equipment and stuff like that. No. Not even close. But they do have a good understanding of, like, you would understand that this is pretty impressive.
Like, we're talking like World War II era medicine.
Better. Probably
Better. Okay, that's good.
90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Xenopha's gonna walk out, see that this is a hospital, not the house that they were staying in previously,
Yes, he should have already understood this.
and he's going to close the door and walk back inside.
Oh,
Good call.
you want to retcon and say that you already knew that?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. And okay, he sits back down. You all notice this.
I'm sitting on the bed, just breathing, my eyes
Breathing.
closed,
Good
like
voice. Good
like
choice.
just trying to meditate in a sense. But Xenophon opened the door and kind of threw my vibe off.
Yeah, it would have been a really
as
loud.
I hear the screaming, I'm
yeah.
just like kind of sitting there, like with thoughts running back through my head, witnessing. Oh, what was his name? Remind me again. Sorry.
Lucan was the child.
Yeah, Lucan. Yeah, just imagining Lucan sitting next to me. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
So it's busy outside. You guys are just relaxing. A couple moments later, after you sort of open that door and let the outside hectic world in, is that a Boston Bruins cup?
It is, yeah.
Ooh, yucky!
I got it for
Stephanie.
Steph's brother got it for me for my birthday.
Cool. Anyway, the door is going to swing open, and it's going to shut quickly. As Cassia slips in, she's got a green gown on today, with a belt. Her hair shorter than it was yesterday, and she looks exhausted. You can tell from her immediate appearance that she hasn't slept a wink tonight or the night before. And she's just going to walk in and take the seat right next to the door and just slump down just for a moment. She's going to take 2 breaths before even addressing you. And then stand back up. How are we this morning? Are we doing okay?
Shitty.
Hmm.
I'm gonna open my eyes because she opened
You've had a rough
the
night
door.
as well, guys. You've had a rough night as well.
I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna get the gladiator down thumbs.
Okay. Gotcha.
I like that.
At her? Okay. Well, I'm sorry, my champions. It has been a rough day for you and for many. Our emperor is confirmed to be dead, and there has been much unfoldings going on here in the infirmaries and hospitals around the city, as well as in our forums. There has been revolts. There has been mass uproar and upset. I took the child Lucan back to his home, where the family servants are attempting to protect him. But there are many who wish to speak to him at this time, as to see if there are I'm sorry, but I appreciate you sitting with him, Rise. He was a very kind young boy. He still is. I'm nervous for him. Having your family taken like that in a way that makes you the enemy is... I came to check on you. I know that I left you over the night, and I'm glad that you got some rest. Is there anything I could have done for you? Yes. Why are you asking me?
Yeah, ask the chick, bro. Come
So,
on.
sorry to interrupt.
So-
How about that party? You got
sorry,
any, like,
guys. About that
leftovers?
party. Are we still active on that? What's going on?
It's not. Can we get active?
What's the Addy?
Brendan's getting used to the college
Where the
life. He's
bitch is
just
at?
thinking about fucking partying.
Well,
I am gonna
not.
ask though. I am gonna
Right.
ask if Lucan's okay. Like I'm gonna
Okay.
like stare. I'm gonna like kind of wake up. You know, as she walked in, I'm gonna wake up from
Yeah.
like my meditating, and then I'm gonna just stare at her, and I'm gonna ask, "Is Lucan okay?" And then
Yeah, she's gonna sense that she doesn't need to be. She's gonna look over to you again, Rise, and says, "He is physically okay. There is not a scratch on him. His parents knew what they were doing by placing him there. I haven't seen an ounce of emotion. He's he seems to be numb. And for a boy with such a large smile right at the end of the fight with that sea monster, all that joy seems to be gone." Poor child. But he is, and he will be okay. I really hope he's. Yes. Um. There is discussion of a Victor's Ball still happening, and it
you're talking
wouldn't
about
be
this
as
now.
well.
Now,
Rise, my night was the Emperor died, Rise, and I did not get the chance to sit back and think for just a moment. I was holding off the power grab that was attempting to be taken by many of the high ranking officials. They were trying to instate a week long emperor or some other form of autocratic rule and take everything that was of normal breakdown of how we run our city and how we run our empire away. It makes me feel like this was, of course it was planned by the Lucan family, but pardon me, by the Marcellin family, but they were too ready. They wanted this to happen, so I don't know. I could not imagine the Marcellin family doing this. They were always kind and they were always welcome in my home. But for them to do something so egregious, so public, it's a shock. What I'm saying is, this ball is to have a more formal greeting of where power should be. Trajan did not have any kin. There is no lineage to pass down this crown. And that means there is a gap. There is a power that is the largest power in the world that is sitting there for the taking, and everybody with any claim wants it. Marcus, Claudia's father, was pushing for it as well. He was one of those who I was having to deal with this evening. I know that you know him well. And that's just an example of all these very powerful people of Rome that I've been dealing with. And Rise, I understand. There aren't many who feel more passionately about this at the moment than I. I've known almost anybody close to the blast more personally than anybody else. Many conversations with the Emperor myself. I loved him. Probably more so than my own father. And the Marcellin family will be missed by my family more than most. And Lucan will be staying at my estate for as long as he may need. He will always have an open door there. But this party is to, if it is to be, there is still many discussions. If it is to be, it would be for the progress of the Emperor. Pardon me, the Empire. And to find a new Emperor instead of, well, where we are right now. And the reason I bring it up is, while it was originally for the Victor's Ball, you three, considering Conan is no longer in Rome, are invited, if it is to happen. I don't know. But are you all okay? Can I get you any medical assistance?
I'm fine.
Yes. You are. I hope that you find that you can trust me. I will. It's merely an invitation, Marcos. And if you would like to stay in the infirmary for more rest, I will gladly foot the bill. I am in debt to you. You four. So thank you. I know that if you ask anywhere, or if you at any time like to come by House Feralius, you are welcome. And she's going to reach into a little pouch, and she's going to pull out. It seems to have a couple. You can hear the rattle of some coins in there, but it doesn't feel like it's stuffed to the brim. It's probably a handful, not many. And she's going to reach out, and she's going to separate 3 coins, spread them across like poker chips, and in there, in those 3 coins, she's going to reach up to each of your beds and hand one to each of you and saying, "This is the coin pendant of my house. This will give you access to my estate, and just, if you show this to the right person, they will take you to myself, if you ask." And there is more to it. You must, if you utter the words, The cure and the curse are twins. Anybody related to my house will be saved of anything they may need. One more time, it's the cure and the curse are twins. Oh, shoot. Massive retcon. Massive retcon.
Oh,
My bad. Massive retcon.
It's okay.
Rewind.
I'll write it down anyways. It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's written down.
Yeah, massive retcon.
Not supposed to say that yet.
Just gonna go start speaking that to every wall in the city. Wait till one opens up.
Try it.
The cure and the curse are twins. The cure and the curse are twins. The cure and the curse are twins.
You're going to
Like,
be.
who's that lunatic?
Oh crap. You know what?
Sold the
I
bag.
didn't actually have anything for this, so never mind. You just need the coin.
Okay, so no saying or anything.
No saying. No saying.
Okay. Is she handing these out like individually to each one of our beds?
Yes, you each have one in your hand.
Oh, okay.
Casey is probably
Trying to fuck her?
low 30s. Low 30s. Brandon, you're 16, bro.
30s?
Yeah, I'm in my
He's
20s.
16?
Wait, you're
You're 16? You're a little boy.
Yeah.
Don't say it like that.
What did you say, Seth?
what did I say?
Yeah. What did you say? I thought you said something.
No. Well,
Okay.
I kind of do want to say something. As she
Say it.
reaches and gives me the coin, I'm gonna like kind of stop her by just kind of looking at her and just say, "I trust you." And then I'm gonna say, "What are you gonna do? What are we gonna do?"
He's conniving. He's planning.
What do you want to do, Rise? I've been working tirelessly all night to try and just stop the who I don't trust from taking something that is more powerful than they even comprehend. What do you want to do, Rise? I'm so grateful for the trust that you give me. I could not have asked for better champions to fight for my house. Both you and the Marcellin family. And with what seems to be the games being cancelled, well, what can we do? Rise, I'll find a way to contact you if I need, and if I need you to do something, then I can find you. The city is large, but, well, we make it do. But what were you thinking, Rise? What do you want to do? What have I missed? What can we do? I've been trained in diplomacy, but I might not know the people as well as you might.
We need our city back.
Well,
We need
it's-
the people. All you talked about coming in here was the Empire. What about the thousands of people?
Chill on the people talk. You might get Marcos on a communist rant again. He's like, yeah.
well, because like stepping
Oh,
away from
keep it in
being
game. Keep it in
Rise-
game. Keep it in game.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
That's all I've been thinking about. The people. we as the people need to take back. We need revenge on what happened.
There are many people calling for the Republic once again. But these have been good years. The city is safer than before. There has been no war for decades.
Yeah, now it's just going to be filled with greed.
Is greed better than safety? Or worse? There is no one laying siege to our cities. The Empire is prosperous and safe.
Safe? For how long?
Well, I feel similarly to you, Rise and Marcos. And Marcos, I do appreciate you speaking your mind to my brother those nights ago. It's not as safe for every man. Our soldiers are paid well, but they are lacking labor.
Xanopha's gonna go and stand up and start quickly moving to the door. He's gonna open it and he'll say, "I'll be back,"
But
and he's gonna walk away.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
oh, no, he's not, and he
Not
heard this
anymore.
already.
And you guys can keep going your conversation or do whatever.
Yeah.
Xanopha's gonna make his way to that district, Roman,
Okay,
Oh,
or really just
Sounds good.
any place that has no people, and he knows that
He-
place has no people.
he would know. Oh, just no people.
Yeah, just no people in general, where he can get away from people.
He in his mind. See, that district has the most amount of people in it.
But the temples themselves.
The temples themselves would be quite barren. Okay.
So there.
Yeah, so he would start heading northeast portion of the city. That will probably be a 20 to 20-minute walk to that place.
He's gonna get started then. And
Okay.
along the way, he's gonna try and pick up, like some Ender fire starter and some food if he can.
Ender fire starter and food. You have nothing to purchase this.
100%. He's gonna try and steal it if anything.
Okay. We'll
Damn.
figure this out in a moment.
Yeah.
So as Xenophon just walks out the room, the conversation sort of takes a pause and a halt. Casey's going to turn. Where might he go?
who knows?
He's now freely. You don't know. I guess you don't know him very well. Your point, Rise. I don't believe going back to a republic is a bad thing. Unfortunately, though, there are. The people are upset. But if you don't have a leader, then you're just a bunch of ants in a colony right now. And I myself, I would love to be a senator with more power to help what I believe would help the people the most. Right now, I'm just a representative of the people to speak their voice, but I have nothing that I can do with that. If the ball happens, I will be there. And I will make my voice and the voice of the people there heard as loudly as possible.
Keep this going. I'm gonna go to the bathroom since I'm not.
Um, who's gonna be at the ball? Like, I guess should I ask her that?
Yep, you should. And in
I'll
doubt
wait.
in those scenarios, just RP it. Roleplay it. Claudia will. She was always going to be a focus of the ball. She was given an honor the day before the games. She was chosen for a very prestigious position through the academy. I'm not very well aware of this, but it's the first one in a while, and I believe she deserves it. She's amazing. I've followed her work for a while, and she seems to. Well, her understanding of the arcane is impeccable. She's able to use it and mesh it with the technological aspects that we've now discovered in our empire. She is able to. Yeah. Okay. She studies and is able to teach those who don't understand it as if she is one of the head instructors of the academy. She's remarkable, and I hope that she gets anything that she could ever desire from it. But yes, if it happens, I would see no reason why she would not be there. It would only make sense for her to be. I will let you know if it happens, and I will have all that you may need. Well, Marcos, I already had that picked out for you before the games. They're already ready. What color would you like? I currently had green picked out for you. You would like maroon? Very well. I will let you know. I There is much that I could be doing right now. There are many things that I should tend to, but please do not ever hesitate to reach out to me. And best of luck. Heal up. Take your time, be safe. And Rise, if you would ever like to do something for the city, please reach out.
Oh, I will.
She's going to take a deep breath and sort of give you a nod and step out of the room and say, Toodaloo. Still showing the little bit of joy and charisma that sits underneath the glum that's just weighing down on her at this moment. As the roar of the bustling hospital blasts through the door and shuts. Xenophon, let's say at this time you are about halfway there as you're passing through the Regio Mercantum. This is the market district that sort of creeps up above the Imperial District on your way toward where you're going. And what were those things that you were planning on looking for again?
Just like a piece of, it could be bread or like any piece of food. I was saying like tinder and stuff for a fire, but I know like temples would usually have those, so I really need that.
Okay. So you're gonna see little stations set up, as if you're at a farmer's market, except more rustic, old, wooden. And you'll pass, and you'll see many little stations of food, fruits that are nicer and not as nice. You'll see bread that's again nicer and not as nice, with prices varying. And you can pass through that are there's crowds there, but there seems to be less people paying attention, more wandering eyes, more fear around what's going on.
I just want to find the least attentive person and go steal from them, as long as
Okay.
they have like some half decent bread.
Everyone disliked that.
So we are. How about this? You're gonna see a man that's larger bellied, lean back, shirt sort of peers just a bit below his belly button, kicking up, and he's just gonna be sitting back. He's gonna have a pipe drifting under his lip, pulling it up, and he's just gonna be sleeping there for a little bit. Um, make me a stealth check on that,
Okay.
and
And
explain to me how you're planning on doing it before you do so.
so I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna try and, while he's sleeping, quietly, immediately swipe something, and then make some commotion. And then when he wakes up, I'm just gonna pick up something else and look like I'm gonna buy it and then not buy it.
What sort of commotion?
Just like I'd probably even talk to him.
Okay, so you're gonna attract his attention afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's your role for the stealth?
Landed on my dice. That is going
Dice?
to be
Ooh, you're reminding me what I did
an 18.
in 18.
It's
Okay.
gonna be the
wow.
same for sleight of hand.
I know.
Same.
So, okay. You walk up to the little cantina. You're going to see other vendors just having their eyes out. And as you go, you swipe a smaller, probably a dome shaped bread, like a little $quarter bread. I think
Mhm.
that's what it's called. What is it? I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. And my phone's getting blown up. Sorry, lads.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yep, it's you have it, you've pocketed it, and then it's up to you. What's your plan from there?
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
And the pipe's gonna fall onto his chest and dribble out. And
I'm gonna pick up a slightly
sorry.
bigger one and be like, "How much for this piece of bread? I don't have any money on me right now, but I will be coming back later."
No money. No, we don't do favors around here.
I said I will be coming back later if you heard me. Yeah, I'll go buy from someone else. I'll back and walk away.
Okay. Just gonna reach down and grab his pipe again and lean back, kick his feet up on his bare feet, stank
Oh,
feet, right up
snap.
next to his bread.
Schnast.
Yep. And then you walk away with him none the wiser, heading back in your direction of the temple. Of the area of the old temple forums.
Okay. Do I get there, or are you gonna go back to them?
I'm gonna go back to them.
Kick ya.
Pardon me, not Xenophan. Rise and Marcos. You're now in the room after she's left the conversation. Hmm.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
You could definitely do it. You could
I don't
Yeah,
think
what
it's
do you mean?
historically
I've been
accurate.
cursing. Rise has been cursing. He
Bryce
grew up in
definitely
a
has been
in a
cursed.
tavern. It's a family friendly podcast.
To be honest, it's never been family friendly. Yeah, it can't be.
Campy. No,
Affiliate?
you know you've been tending to a lot of other places, Brennan. You know the lower aspects of the city quite well at this point. You also understand what the academy is like. But you have a good understanding of the city. You don't know when the ball is. You don't know Jack. You just know that you have an invitation. There is no physical invitation,
no
Brennan. Did you
physical
listen to
invitation.
anything I said? It says if it happens. You don't even know if it's happening.
This guy.
No people skills, man.
Nada.
Fuck.
Gosh.
Yeah, I know you're looking at it, Roman.
Yeah. Well, not even that. I had to just say something else. I had to one of the Falcons players is out, so I had to
Drake
fix something.
London. Oh,
Yeah.
you just sent it through.
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
said yes. Okay.
I'll come. Let's just get out of here.
Let's run away together. Okay. You are heading northeast as well.
Oh.
So
He's here to meet a 13-year-old boy.
what? Okay. So you guys are heading northeast as well toward the lower district. And Christian, we'll cut back to you then.
Okay.
You're going to be passing through a lot of people.
Mhm.
Plazas that are absolutely stuffed to the brim like sardines with smelly, angry Romans screaming and yelling and throwing stuff. Like it's almost riots going on, but it's more tame than that. You're also going to pass other places of prayer, statues of Mother Mary or of Jesus, just others standing there together, hands held, magical light underneath the feet of those statues or above, depending on the proficiency of the users around there. Just different levels of sovereigns and anger and denial of what's happened at the last day. You're going to see posters of the head of the Marcellin parents with X's over their faces as if there's hatred toward them. And you too will see this on your walks as well as you're passing similar places. You arrive, you're going to walk through a construction site that you have worked on privately before, and there's nobody there, nobody around there at all. And it's just the first moment of complete silence to collect your head alone. If you'd like that, but you could continue through shortly to an area of a couple ancient Roman temples.
Okay. I'd like to continue.
Okay. And you'll arrive there shortly after, just another minute or two. And this is a lower staircased area with smaller, as if there's, in cemeteries where there are little walk-in temples for a private lot, private family. What I forget what those are called.
Mausoleum.
I don't think it's a
Mausoleum?
mausoleum.
Like the one in Windermere?
No. I
Like
don't
the
know what
little
that is.
tombs, like the
Yeah,
like the
like-
little yeah.
Oh, I forget what they're called. Anyway, they're smaller temples. I actually lied. They're high ceiling temples that are more deep than they are wide. And you're gonna walk into this forum of old, dusty, tattered marble floors, large, large square stoned marble floors with spired pillars that hold up an open aired, similar to the ancient Greek style of architecture that's seen across the older lands. With individual like crofts, temples for individual ancient Roman gods on the sides. If you looked around, you could. Is there a god that you're looking for specifically? There are 7 temples there.
Is Minerva there? The
Um,
Athena equivalent to.
yeah. Let me find out.
I think order of precedence would be Minerva, Ares,
Okay.
and then, or in this case, Mars. Sorry.
Yeah, I got that. Don't worry. Trying to find out my doc. So yes, there will be. So you walk in, and across from you, the largest temple is Jupiter, of course.
Mhm.
And then coming toward you from the furthest part, it will be Juno, Neptune, Mars on your left, then Venus, Minerva close on your left, and Apollo on your right. And the temples will be getting slightly smaller and slightly less grand as they approach. So Minerva will have one of the 2 smallest temples on your left side.
Okay. Might even just go to Apollo.
Why? I'm curious.
I might go to Apollo just because
Where do you-
that's like one god that was not changed. You know, that's like still a Greek god. It's like they're pretty much exact equivalents.
Okay.
Whereas Minerva's less of a war god to
Gotcha.
the Romans.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'll go there.
Okay. So
Uh,
you step in.
yeah.
And you will see symbols of light, musical prowess and proficiency, of life being brought back and death through plague. Just different levels of worship that has been spoken through from Apollo in the past. Then you'll see the symbols of Apollo of a lyre, wreaths, and bow and arrow. And at the end, you'll see a statue probably 4 feet tall, skinny and on a slight pedestal with a basin of oddly clean water that is oddly surrounded in a room that is covered in dust. Seems entirely unkept, unvisited, with a couple footprints in the dust around there. Yeah.
This basin of clean water, would Xenophon know what that is for? Is that like a wash basin?
it
or
would
is that
it
like
would it would just be a. It could be a wash basin. It could be old holy water that was left. It could be Give me a religion check.
8.
8. You would just presume that it's a little bit of holy water that was left for those who might be coming to worship. You'll also see around there will be 4 tall stands, like Smith metal stands for light that have old candles there, but that is all.
And there's going to be no place for like burning offerings.
It doesn't seem to have any of that, no.
Interesting. Okay. Then I'm just going to go ahead and go to the base of that Apollo statue, lay the bread at his feet, and just kind of like crouch down, sit on the floor, and then just kind of wait for a little bit and gather thoughts.
Is there an intention that Xenophon has with this?
Yeah, but he's just gathering his thoughts. So if you wanted to go back to them, you can.
Okay. Has Xenophon spoken to Apollo before? Does he have a connection, or has he had any sort of religious understanding in his past at all?
Religious understanding, absolutely. They're going to have kind of the same standard Greek traditions and festivals involving the Greek gods as normal, as all the Greeks would. However, there's going to be more of a heavy influence with Ares and Athena, and just Jupiter, of course. Besides having like harvests and Demeter worship, all that, you know what I mean? So Apollo isn't going to be a super big one. And I think Apollo, if anything, with his connection to prophecy, would be something that the common folk kind of go there in times of desperation. And something that he would probably stay away from in most scenarios.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
This is probably his first time like going to Apollo's temple on his own whim without a festival encouraging there and talking to him.
He understands how to pray or how worship works and how he would. Okay. Understood. What is your bonus to religion?
3.
Okay. Back to you guys. You're going to be walking through the city. You're going to see similar things stepping through. Where is it you're planning on going, Marcos? Okay, so you would definitely have found yourself there by now. And just, is there anything you guys have been talking about on your path so far? Anything you wanted to bring up? Uh-huh. You're known. No, so the people that are connected to that are now that would be deemed as important, you would be known by them because you're the boy who left. And you're also known by those who you have actually laid your hands on in terms of healing. But you haven't garnered much attention from the majority of the population. You're not someone of folklore at this point. You're just someone that's like, oh yeah, that's the boy who left the academy. What, blah blah blah, and only to the people who you have healed, you have become someone of noteworthy. So, similar to what Christian said, it's just the market right now is. There seems to be a desperate sort of hustle to get goods. So if someone needed bread or whatever, there's a lot of people going quickly to try and get what they may need. Because in frantic times like this, there are always the Romans were nervous of possible
negative effects of their emperor dying. So they're rushing around. It's bustling. There's people that are obviously in a rush to try and get this stuff. There's shoppers that are screaming, hollering to try and get their goods out of stock as much as possible. There's prices that have been bumped higher to what they normally are. The demand seems to be higher. There's groups of people that are kneeling, praying. There are small ceremonies going on. There's the angry, smaller mobs of people marching through, screaming different Latin terms. There's a lot going on in this area. Smaller forums as you pass that are doing a lot of different things, just like what you saw there as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Many times.
Where? Okay, so where are we right now? We're like.
So let me pull up
I'm
this.
trying. Well, I am in the poor side. That's where I live.
Yeah. He lives right in there.
I live by the tavern. I live by like where the brawls happen.
Yep.
This guy. That's why I'm talking about the fucking people, dumbass.
The people.
Not Brandon.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So this is you just led me on a wild goose chase just to see these fucking people.
I did not finish it, by the way.
Oh, so
but
we're there.
no, so you guys were in this sort of area.
Uh-huh.
You walked up here, and then you cut across. This is Christian is in this area.
Okay.
He's
Where-
actually
where are
they are right here right now.
Oh, damn.
You walked up this way, and then Christian, you cut across. Brennan, you would have some money, but not on you.
The balloons is great.
Actually, no, your bags would have been dropped off over the night. And yeah, your backpack would have been dropped off over the night. And but remember, Brennan, you're not exactly rolling in it anymore.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, you can go up, you'll pass different vendors, your choice. Is there a sort of level of health of bread that you would like? Because there are definitely different kinds that you may pick.
Give me that moldy
Okay, so
shit.
you're gonna pass, you're gonna see a small lady that's hunched, selling bread that's quite moldy, that's definitely been sitting out for a couple of days. Flies and maggots have eaten away at portions of it. You're gonna pass other ones. A man leaning back in his chair, smoking a pipe with his belly button showing of his fat gut.
And is he sleeping?
Yes, he does happen to be sleeping. Is also there,
Uh,
and he
Okay.
definitely is just gurgling away at his dreams.
Okay.
And then he, oh, okay.
no way.
Damn, I
he's
would like to
just
know this
gonna
guy's name.
This
he's
fucking
still
guy.
falling asleep.
This
He's still
fucking guy.
asleep. He's been around this crazy noise for a while. Oh,
I need to get a new nap spot. Yeah, what's up? Okay, sure. How much you got? What? Let's say you have probably 1 silver piece and 7 bronze pieces at the moment, and that's in today's terms, it's probably like $22. You would see that you could get there's a larger loaf, spheric or a circular sourdough that's got little bits of mold on it, a flour that's been brushed away by the wind. It kind of looks like you'd probably eat it as Brennan. That one will be 15. No. I'm not saying it's
It's
that
scummy enough.
bad.
It's
Like
not
it's
too
like
scummy.
you'd eat around it, you know. Like in today's world, like you'd eat around the mold. Like it's not a big deal. But there, that's solid. You don't eat around mold.
Not enough bread.
No, I don't even either. But like if you were hungry, you would.
If you if you were, poor, like
Exactly. I've done it
Yeah.
before when I was hungry. But you could get that for 15. And then there are smaller that are probably about the size of a fist. Those are going to be two bronze, or pardon me, those are going to be
Oh.
essentially $2 each. So you would so you can get
Damn,
you
bro.
can get 10 of those. You get 11 of those little dime ones, little fist ones, and you could say you want to. Okay, let's RP this then.
Baguettes.
Oh, okay. Can I see a coin to make sure? You're gonna drop it into Zen's. He'll count it out. Okay. He'll actually grab a little loin cloth as well that sat there, and he'll place them into there, and he'll fold it up for you, and he'll twist it at the top, and he'll hand it over to you, and you'll have a little sack to carry that in, and he's like, "Thank you. Have a good day." Okay.
So,
Hidden.
Okay.
What do you mean hidden?
am I coming with you,
There's-
or am I?
There's a lot of people around here. Like you don't that this city is
Like an
essentially New
alleyway?
York. You're not really gonna find many places where there isn't sight. Okay. So you'll probably head northeast a little bit, more northeast toward the Arcane region, and you would understand that there's a small place that you can still visit how you look now before you get inside the campus that is between a couple buildings. That's a little plaza and has a couple overhanging trees with some shade and a little water basin for birds that has a nice bench next to it. And you go there sometimes for a little bit of quiet from the central part of the city.
What the fuck? I'm just gonna like turn around. Like I'm gonna turn away from him, and then I'm like he said, I'm gonna keep watch, but I'm gonna like just like turn around every once in a while and be like, what the fuck is he doing?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Takes 10 minutes to do, Brennan. Okay. You would know that you could also do it on the water that's right next to you as well in that little basin for the birds. If you place it next to it, you could get 2 for 1 special. Okay, cool. So you do that. Is there anything you're going to be planning on doing during that time as well? Not you, Brennan, because you have to focus, but Seth, you're just hanging out. with them.
So where are we? Like in an alleyway? Are we like
So
kind of?
imagine you're between you're in a courtyard of some taller buildings that are shops and apartments and office spaces for other different sort of things. And this is a nicer place that you don't come by, Seth. Nicer buildings, a lot cleanlier, well kept gardenry, and as you're just underneath a little bit of a tree shade, and it's actually a quiet area that's quite nice.
So there's tall buildings around.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna watch him for a little bit. You said it takes 10 minutes, so I'm gonna watch him for like a couple minutes,
You're right
and
next
then
to a bench.
I'm kind of just
well.
gonna wander.
Yeah.
And I think Rise is just looking to clear his head because I think he just keeps thinking about situations and what happened, and I think he's gonna look at one of these buildings and just start climbing one.
Okay. He's gonna look at it and start climbing.
He's
will
gonna
Brennan
look at
see
his
this?
he's gonna look at his feet. He's gonna be like,
Oh yeah. Just gonna walk
I forgot
right
about
up.
these, and so
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up, and it doesn't have to be like the tallest building. It could be. I just want it to be a tall building so that I can kind of like oversee some things. And I'm gonna get up there and breathe.
Nice.
And I'm gonna
You're gonna
meditate
look
for a
out.
little.
Yeah. So you climb up, you get on these buildings. It's nice purple shingled roof set up, safe for you to just hang out, breathe with the birds, and you get
Mhm.
nice fresh air that really isn't common down on the streets of Rome. As the plumbing goes through the streets, it smells fresh. You get nice gust of wind, really genuine sense of peace for the first time since
And
a
it's
long
much
time.
needed. Much needed.
And you can still see Marcos down there doing his
Does
thing.
he see me, or is he just still? Is he
You could roll
focused?
perception to see him. Yeah. Rise
Basically, I just climbed
the
a building.
with his boots, and he's sitting on top of one of the buildings, just taking some nice breaths of air. You're gonna see people that they don't notice you; they wouldn't know to look up, but they're just. You're gonna watch the city below you, mainly the regions that you understand. But if you took a turn around, you would actually get to see behind the wall of the academy. The Regia Arcanum Academy, Domus Arcanorum, and you'll see how nice it is. Students walking across like ants from where you are at the moment with their books held abreast, and trees, fields, hedges, lawns perfectly groomed with buildings clean, no trash, no plumbing. It just looks pristine across the board, and you might feel a sense of jealousy or awe from that. And you get to see the whole way down the river as it cuts through the city as a serpent, splitting the market region from the Barbarous region across the way. And while the city is always complicated and bustling, it looks like it functions, like it's at peace from up here.
Yeah, I'm taking all that in. I'm just kind of. It's a much needed breath of air
Yeah.
from the chaos.
Yeah.
And then, I guess I don't know how long I stay up there. I'll probably like keep an eye on um Mr. M. I'm blanking on your name right now.
Marcos.
Marcos. I almost said Marcus. Marcos. I'm just gonna keep an eye on him and just wait until he finishes whatever he's doing, and then just slowly climb back down.
Okay, we're gonna cut back to Xenophon while you guys are finishing cast. What have you been trying to think about? Where do you fall? Yeah, sure, do that. We're gonna take a break in a little. No, yeah, you can grab a snack real quick. What have you been thinking about? What's been on your mind for a couple moments? Let's say 10 minutes, 20 minutes has passed. However long you'd like.
He's kind of thinking about everything he's thought so far. He's thinking about his shame. He's thinking about the recent occurrence of like this arcane energy in his body, the confusion there, and then just like the knowledge of his childhood in Sparta and what the teachings that he was given there and how it's different, how he's basically not following those teachings and that guilt and that shame as a result of that. And then confusion. And he has finally, he originally came here just because he wanted to leave and get out of the room and clear his head and move. And then along the way, I think he decided that he needs help. So he took the bread, went to this region, and then he looked at all this array of gods and saw the closest thing to the closest being to Greek god that he knows, which is a Greek god, Apollo. And he came here and he just gathered his thoughts before he speaks them into existence into a prayer to recite, throw out into the world, and hopefully get a response from.
And does he speak aloud?
Yeah, he'll speak aloud. Do you want me to wait for Brennan, or do you want me to just go? Those carrots? What you got
No,
there?
they're Cheeto Puffs.
Oh,
There's hey,
honestly,
Real quick.
cheese
while-
doodles.
hot honey, bro. They're so good.
I love hot honey. When I used to come to America when I was younger and I was at my grandparents' place, we would pretty much spend 10 hours a day watching TV when we were there. It was whatever. I would go to Stop and Shop. I would put in the plastic water bottles and cans, and I would pop those in the things that would give me like 5 cents back for each thing I got. And we'd get a receipt for like a little bit of store credit. I would buy 3 bags of Cheeto Puffs. I would eat like a whole bag a day.
Damn right.
It was nasty.
That's
Damn
brutal.
right. Nasty. You loved every second of it.
I did love every second of it. 'Cause-
Dude, that would
Bro, Dollar
paint
Tree.
your insides
Dollar
orange.
Tree sells these.
Yes. Yes.
They're so good.
Isn't that so funny though? Now I'm like the health conscious friend.
Yeah, now you're.
But I would like down.
You shouldn't be eating that.
bags Of no, these were family sized Cheeto Puffs. Like I don't think you understand. Like these bags are this big. It was insane. It was disgusting.
And how old are you?
I'd also eat like 8 Oreos a day there as well. I was like 11.
Fatty? Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
What the
dude.
fuck?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, what does that mean?
Yeah, what?
But you guys with the like highest metabolic rate of all the friends I've ever had, like can't gain a pound. I'm getting dissed over here for
Well, I ain't eating a bag of Cheetos a day.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I
You
should.
definitely gain weight.
I should eat them.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You guys Brennan not taking.
It's a lot of ingredients.
We'll have Brennan cut this out. Him leaving right now is gonna be like, hey man, you gotta edit this out.
Hey man.
Hey man. If you can lock in for a moment, you can start, Christian, if you'd like. Take your time to get back to where you need, and then you can start.
Okay, so yeah, we're not waiting on Brennan.
Nah.
I do want to ask everyone's availability today. How long is everyone on for him?
For D&D.
In general.
you talking about for a follow up for BF6?
For a follow up.
Okay.
We do have a full squad.
Depends on when we end this. If we end this, in
Right now,
like
I
an
don't know
hour-
when we'll end it.
Yeah. If we end this in an hour or so, then I'll have some time to play some BS6 before Steph wakes up.
Oh,
Then
good.
I need to go get a haircut and shit.
Hmm.
What's up, nerd? Welcome back.
You gotta edit that down when you're doing this, Brennan. We just talked, waiting for you. It's all good.
Sorry. I know you're fucking Kyle for a minute. Oh. Is that a pizza?
I was
That's a
not
snack.
ready. That's a cheese tortilla.
That's what I thought it was.
Quesadilla. A piece of
A pizza.
pizza. Ain't
Yep.
no way.
Called it.
Is that Papa John's?
Um,
Okay, look.
The
like I was
works.
getting worried.
What is the Works Pizza?
Where you used to work.
Oh,
Wait. What? Okay, never mind.
You worked there and you
the
worked a
bartend
bartending
place.
job.
So you're both? Oh, I thought you were moving to a different. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay. Christian, when you are ready.
Yeah, so Xenophane's gonna take his, 10, 20 minutes to gather his thoughts, kneeling at the base of this altar to Apollo. And he's going to verbalize his prayer. He's gonna say, Bright One, Slayer of Python, I've come to you for advice because I am lost. I have committed crime. I have been a shame to my people, and it feels wrong. I know what I did was wrong. I ran. I understand, but what I can't behind is why I don't have the strength to take my life as I should. I expected to die much sooner, but the fates won't let me die at someone else's hand. And the longer I live, I feel as if I shame my people more and more. As a young Spartan, I was told to never run from battle. And if I did come back with my shield or on it. But I have lost my shield and ran from my brother. And my brother and fellow Spartans have died because of me. And here I am, continue to live. I don't know what to do. I feel as if I'm a coward, but there is another part of me that is staying my hand from taking my life, and I don't know what to do in this land of foreign people. I've brought you bread, and while I cannot burn it, it is for you nonetheless. He's gonna stay there.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
That is a 21.
You're going to hear a slight hiss and the quivering of flame as your head is still bowed, those 4 elevated candles are now lit. That's all.
Huh.
Marcos, your ritual is now done. And
No more
bread is
moldy
now clean.
bread.
It's actually very nice now. You could tell that this person had skill in their bread making prior to it sitting out for a long time. As Rise makes his way back down from the building, I presume.
I'd probably be already down,
Okay.
and I'd probably be walking over. I'll take one. Thank
You're
you.
breaking bread together. Are you having any, Marcos? Okay. Yep.
Oh my god, you could have came up with a better fucking line for that.
Okay, you
Okay.
are not even close to that.
Bro, you should have saw the map. We gotta go way out east.
I mean, you're kind of close.
It'd be like a 20-minute walk.
Okay, you're gonna head toward where Christian is right now. You're gonna head right
The
to where
sketchiest place.
you're heading. So, Brennan, you would have been doing most of your work after you left the academy in the northeast portion, because that is where most of the poor aspect of the Roman people are. And that's actually where Seth is. That's where he's from. And you haven't encountered each other, but
Yeah, dummy.
that's where
I'm
Seth
poor.
is. But you would have hung out there, and you would have found people that you had encountered quite often with things that you could you could help them fix ailments or whatever it is, heal wounds, whatever. Then you would have that would be the place where your mind would immediately to. Yeah. So you're gonna head up to that northeast portion. You'll walk. It'll take you 10 minutes. Let's say that this time passes. You're walking through the city as you see all those same things, riots, prayer, vendors, whatever all those things are. As all those continue, and you'll arrive in that far east side of the city. Now, you do most of your work down a hill in that very right side, a little bit past where all the buildings sit, in where the sewage flows and sits in a lowered ravine as the sewage runs through the streets in ancient Rome, which I've said a couple times in the last couple sessions. It flows into a lower ravine where it dumps into the underground sewage system. And there are people there that you have spent time healing. And in this area, it's a little shaded, it's dark, it doesn't get many people to pass through, but that would be the place that you would understand most, that you know people would go to for you to be healed by you. A little band of misfits that know that
A
you
trip
will help
down
them,
memory lane, as Brennan
Mhm.
says.
as Brennan says. That would be the place that you know that you could help someone at. They'll be waiting if they need you. Okay. So Rise, you'll pass both of your place of employment and your home as as Marcos leads you toward this area as the buildings become smaller, less apartments, more tents and homeless accommodations. And you start stepping down a hill, quite a steep one, into a lower area with some benches of picnic benches and dirty water of sewage and overhanging dead trees that are missing most of their leaves, and you can tell are just barely alive at this point. And some older coughing people with hair that is ripped out in sections and backs that are barely working and barely able to support, with canes that are terribly supported and have splintered down the shaft. And they're just waiting. They look sad and broken as you both make your way down.
So how long has it been since we've been here?
here.
Like where? Like just since we've been home, or I've been home, I should say.
You were fighting in that place, and that was 2 days ago at this point.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
It was longer. Yeah.
It's only been 2 days, 2.5
Okay.
days now.
Jesus.
Marcos,
I'm gonna turn to
you were fighting-
Marcos. Sorry.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna turn to Marcos, and I'm gonna be like, "What are we doing here?"
In the future, so you can just say, Marcos, what are we doing here? Instead of telling that you're going to say something. That's cool, though. Thank you.
It's a good idea.
You're going to continue walking down, probably, right? As you walk down, they're going to, their eyes lift up, and excitement sort of rushes over their face because they know that the person who helps them is here. They're going to, and they're going to get up. Oh, it's a little bit of movement shows over their eyes. And what would these people look like, Brennan?
I'm so sorry. The first thing you say is white. I was thinking like
That guy.
clothing,
Yeah,
maybe like
yeah.
Any of the other
It's just a little
colors.
surprise.
like hoods on, like they're kind of just white.
And there's an older woman with a frail voice, a large birthmark on her face as she walks over to you, and you know her very well. What's her name, Brennan? It's not Caesar.
Caesar, the Julius Caesar.
Okay.
Tullius.
And she's gonna walk over to you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. It's been 2 days. Are you okay? She's gonna take your arm and lead you over toward the bench. She says, oh, but it's okay. You can tell us. We have time. It's fine. We'll sit down and listen.
I'm just gonna
Not be
kind of
Patrick.
stand there.
Not be Patrick. And Patrick's just gonna be sitting there laughing and leaning back. Good to see you, Marcos. Very nice. I'm glad you're home. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, you would have done this before. Mhm, mhm. They're sitting on the floor, like, laughing and clapping.
I was gonna say I'm kind of standing there. You were kind of like escorted away from me, so I'm kind of just standing there. But as you're doing this,
You
I
could
am
be leaning up against a
leaning.
tree
Yeah, I'm gonna
watching
lean
from a
up
little bit
against,
afar.
and I'm gonna smile, and I'm gonna see that you're interacting with the children, and it's
Well, the real thing that you would get is Marcos. This is what Marcos does. These people
Yeah.
obviously know him and they've been around him, and they lit up as soon as he showed up. And you've done this sort of celestial performance visual before, and it sort of comes to you. It shows up as in stars that are connected with little arcane ley lines between them, and it's like shaping up the Colosseum in front of you, building up, and then you'll switch it to the Chimera flying in with all the heads, and the kids are going to get scared and jump back for a little bit. Because one of the little girls like hides behind one of her friends, and one of the older ladies reaches out her hand to hold hers, and as the chimera is slain, one of them's going to start jumping around and picking up a stick like it's a sword as it was cut down the neck as Xenophon did. And then
you're gonna make the bomb, and then they're gonna be like, oh, and then what was her name again, Brendan? I apologize. Julia, yes.
Caesar.
Yes.
Sure, I like that. Julia Sierra. She So is that why all of the commotion's been going on in the city? Oh no, we've been bored without you, Marcos. But we've just been we've heard a lot more what's going on up there. My son, he came by yesterday and he told me that I need to stay safe, so Hmm. And the kids are gonna run up and they're gonna be on the edge of the peering over, looking at us like, it looks good. Thank you, Marcos. They're gonna be looking over.
I think Rise. Sorry to butt in. I think Rise, when you showed that scene of the explosion, I'm gonna look away and I'm kind of just gonna stand there in silence. Like this, my smile drops and I just kind of doze off. But yeah.
Understood. And you finish your thematic recount of your time away. We're so glad to have you back, Marcos. I'm so glad to see you're safe. It's one of the older guys. Tells you again. And they're just gonna be elated that you're back home. So soon, Marcos? Julia of course. Well, thank you so much. They're gonna split the bread between them and the children.
Oh
Um,
my god, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was just
They're gonna split the bread between themselves and the children, and they will be happy, and they have some water with them as well. So they're gonna tuck her into their food for a little, and they're very grateful that you came by. The little kids come up and hug your leg as you stand up, and you want more stories for us? You got more stories for us next time, Marcos? Marcos, I want more time. Okay. Okay. And you're gonna take a step away, and Rise will notice you, presumably, and you may pick up where you'd like. You know that you are very close to both your place and this is your area. You just didn't know this was here in the lower. You're probably 200 meters away from where you
me?
grew up. Yes.
Okay. Mm. Trying to think.
Here, let's go to Christian for a little bit while you
Yeah.
think.
Mhm.
Xenophon, are you still sat at that temple? Okay. Any other thoughts? Anything of the light being brought literally? Has that changed anything from you? Do you feel heard or?
I think seeing the candles alight, and hearing that sound, like his heart will kind of pick up a beat. And he was being patient for a little bit and waiting, and if nothing comes in response,
No. But oftentimes through your prayer, nothing would.
Yeah, totally. And he's gonna think out loud. Something I haven't considered is I'm finally free. I am no longer a slave. I could return to Greece. But I don't know why that concept has never struck me before. Perhaps it's because I did not plan on it. And I was hoping to die before that possibility came. Do I return home? Do I take my own life? Do I continue living? What is the point to keep living? To live in Rome, free? Without my brothers and sisters by my side? Without a purpose? What is the point? He's gonna leave it there.
What was that?
He's gonna leave it there.
Does he stand up and walk off?
No, he's gonna keep
No.
thinking.
Okay. Was your head bowed during that time? Or where were your eyes?
I would say, because the Greeks and the Romans, for gods, they when they're like worshiping gods or like praying to gods, they're not praying in the Christian sense, which is like, huddled down, bowing their heads, reverence. They're more like expressive and like pleading. So I'm gonna say that he's kind of like glancing, like kind of down just to rest his eyes, but then glancing up at the statue of Apollo, and like speaking to the statue of Apollo in between, and then only like taking his eyes away to gather his thoughts.
After when you mention, you look up as you bow your head, as you mention the paths you may take of death or return or whatever it may take you. The next time you look up, you too will notice that the bread is now cleansed. It is now clean. It is now pristine. What were you going to say, Seth?
I was just gonna ask, because I know in my story, I live separately from where my father is. I ran away. I live separately. How far is he? I feel like I never
Probably
really
a
went
kilometer
into that.
from where you are.
He's
So-
still in
so-
that town, that
Mhm.
city, but not.
So you're
but
actually
not-
closer to where your dad is rather than where you
I'm
live.
gonna go there.
Okay. So
I'm gonna go.
are you communicating this with Marcos?
Yes.
Okay.
Since what did you say last? You said anywhere else you want to go, or anywhere you want to go.
Yep.
So we'll go back to that. I'll turn to him. I'll say, I have a place in mind, and I'm just gonna start walking
Sounds
towards
good.
the place.
Sounds good.
And that shouldn't be a far walk, right?
Oh no, you're very,
Right there.
very close. Yeah. Really, really close. I am just trying to pull up your backstory.
Disappear, and at the same time, from the opposite direction that it came, at the same time.
When did it pause?
On the recording?
Yeah, not too long then. Not too long ago.
Not too
We
long ago.
started at 10:40.
Yeah, so 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
We've had worse, haven't we, Christian?
We have had worse, yeah.
We,
We'll just do a little recap. Yeah,
Yep.
we've done it before. We forgot to unpause, and we played like an hour.
Yeah.
that was probably my best recap, actually, when we did that. Okay, tell me when I need a recap, Brandon. Okay, so we've missed about let's say 30 minutes to play it safe. In that time, Christian has been praying to the god of Apollo in his temple in the northeast portion of Rome. There, he has laid bread for Apollo and asked for guidance on what to do with his newfound power and life and freedom. As well as that, he has found that there have been a little bit of messages from the god as lights around the temple have lit. Marcos and Rise, they have also been in that portion of Rome, but separate, unknowingly, from Xenophon. And they met with Marcos's band of a little bit of a band of misfits, those who all often get help from him, food from him, shelter, medicine, health. And he gave them a beautiful story of the last couple of days using some magical light to illustrate it for them in front of their very eyes. And Rise got to witness him being himself and show how Marcos actually treats those he cares about and wants to help. Similarly, Rise showed Marcos some of his past and how he truly has dealt with his life, taking him to where he grew up with his father. And there, accusatory remarks were made by both sides, yelling, fighting, and eventually physically came to blows as Rise struck his father through revenge or regret. Who knows? And they leave, leaving that behind them. And now, with Xenophon, Xenophon pleads once more to the god Apollo. And as he does, the scar from the blast just the day before lit up across his body, up his right arm, through his chest, down his side. And as it starts to dissipate in the same way in reverse, the lights dim as the lightning scar lowers toward his fingers and the lights are gone. And there he sits in the dark room once more.
Is the tattoo still a light at the ends?
Tattoo is,
Dark now?
it's no longer a tattoo. It was never a tattoo.
All right, sorry, I'm the scar.
It is dark. Yes, you do.
It's dark, you said?
Yes.
What is this thing inside of me?
You get nothing.
What did I say?
He said, "What is this thing inside of me?" And then Seth thought that was funny.
Motherfucking
the same
porn.
piece of-
Bunch of 2-year-olds. And it's just silence.
Ah,
I
No.
definitely don't then.
Just a bunch of hearts. Oh,
Then it's definitely
yeah,
just
definitely not
you.
it. Definitely not it.
Okay.
Okay, lock in, lock in.
Anyways. I think Xenophon is just gonna kind of like sit there for a second, and then just feel the dark. The candles are out now, or they're dimmed.
Candles are out.
They're out. And he's gonna.
As soon as your scar started to fade, they dimmed.
Uh.
And they dimmed more so until your scar, the light faded entirely. And at that moment, the candles went out.
He's gonna, once they're dimmed, he's gonna kind of spin around and make his hasty way out of the temple and back to the infirmary.
You
It's kind of in a
as you
rush.
turn around and as your foot crosses the threshold of the temple, you feel a whisper pass over your ear of incomprehensible words. But
Uh,
it pulls you back to the room.
Okay, and I think he's just gonna subconsciously turn back to the room like he didn't even realize it.
Hmm.
And he's staring. Like
And
at the
your eyes
threshold,
are
staring. At the statue.
At the statue. As you look at the statue, the only thing that you could even your mind thinks it could tell you right now is the bread was cleansed.
Fall.
Okay. And do I feel anything holding me there or any presence anymore?
No holding you. But it was as if it was a reminder that they were trying to tell you that it's for you.
Bread?
Mhm.
He'll slowly walk back over to the bread. And pick it up.
And the tether that was in that room is now that pulled you back there, the whisper that struck your attention once more,
Uh,
as if he wanted you to have it.
Xenophon is going to kind of pick it up, hand shaking, because this is still, even though this is the bread he got from the marketplace, it's clean, it's still a gift from a god, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna, thank you.
And you exit?
Yeah, slowly exit this time.
Mhm.
Kind of looking down at the bread the entire time.
And where are you headed?
He's gonna kind of sit in the courtyard between the temples for a minute. And is this bread warm?
Yeah.
Sick. He's gonna go ahead and like pull off a little piece and eat it. It's gonna be like the first thing he's eaten in probably, I don't think he ate yesterday. So the first thing he's eaten in a day or two, and it's gonna taste fucking amazing.
Probably at least 2 days.
At least 2 days.
Because you haven't eaten since we've played. So up to prior to that. Yes, it will. Absolutely amazing.
And then I think Xenophon is going to very slowly, with like mind kind of like turning over everything in his head, very slowly make his way back to the infirmary. Without like intending to head to the infirmary, I could think just kind of retracing his steps subconsciously.
You notice as you entered the forum with the open ceiling, nothing covering the archways. It's an open aired forum where light can shine through in the center. At the beginning, the sun was blocked from the angle. It was early morning, but now as it approaches probably 11, the sun shines straight through into the forum, bearing down on you and food that was gifted to you by the gods as you leave.
Okay.
And where'd you say you were heading?
To the infirmary.
Okay. So, Marcos and Rise, you will arrive there first. And there will be no Xenophon at the moment, but soon he will step through the doors just as you did. And the hospital is a little more calm than it was. A little. And on each one of the infirmary pillows, there will be a small seed that you can take to plant in a. No, I'm kidding. Yes, it is a small little letter from Casey saying, "If you wish, you may return to my estate for attire for the ball. It will be in a couple days. I hope to see you there. It will be tomorrow, tomorrow evening." Not conventionally
Oh my god.
unattractive.
Can I smash her? Question mark. This guy.
No, don't
No,
want to.
no, we're good. No.
Anyway, moving on. That's what you enter the room with.
Hi.
Yeah, I just told you that.
So we all are in that room now.
You couldn't stop thinking with your dong instead of your mind. You don't listen to anything I say except, "Oh, is she attractive?"
You said a woman dropped off that letter? Canonically? This guy.
I'm sorry that I left in a hurry, but I
It's
had
okay.
to see something.
We went on a walk. A trip down memory lane.
Memory Lane, is that a street here?
I'll chuckle. I'll chuckle.
No.
But
Are
no.
you obviously making fun of Marcos?
Strange.
Yeah,
running
I was
through-
obviously making fun of Marcos.
But
No, Marcos definitely said that.
Marcos
No, Marcos
definitely
definitely
said
said that.
anyway,
Anyway.
Varelius. Valsera is actually a different
Oh,
comment
my
house.
fucking foot. Oh my god. Sorry.
My grandma's calling me real quick. Hold on, guys.
Cool. We're gonna take a break here.
She never calls
We're
me.
gonna take a
but-
break here.
Foot just fell asleep.
Yes.
Saquon Barkley. Bro, you hop on balloons for the 5-minute break we're having? Because I saw it pop up on Steam, dummy.
Yummy. I'm going to get a little bit of a snack. I'll be back.
And not me.
No, I don't eat junk. That. Tell me when it's up.
Bro.
I think we need to get a protocol going for this. Like, okay, we're live in 2, 1.
Yeah.
Like that'd probably a good idea.
Good ideas don't come to Brennan.
Yeah. Other things come to Brennan.
5.
What?
This was a
Did you put that in the
actually kind
soundboard?
that's perfect though.
Did you put that in the soundboard? Dude, that's hilarious.
what did you get rid of for that?
Damn, he's gonna be pissed. I love the soundboard. Oh my god. It's so
ear raped, dude. That's what it is.
Honestly, I don't like that one. That
Can I
one
turn
sucks.
this? Oh my god, I can turn it down.
You did.
Man, bitch at 25%.
Me and your mother.
Five, four, three,
This is for real.
two.
I know.
Did we start? Is it started? We've been started, brother. Come on, brother.
Okay, just turn it off again. Do it again. Or you're just gonna have to edit it down. I don't know.
Edit it out.
Prefer.
All right, 5.
Okay, I was asking you if you wanted to edit it out
edit.
or to just do it again. Okay,
Blot it out. Great, awesome.
so you all arrived back to the infirmary room
Uh-huh.
with letters from Casey Aurelius on the pillows of your beds, saying that you're welcome at the estate to retrieve clothes for the ball of what you presume would have been the victor's ball, but is now something more political than it was supposed to be. You've all come back from various different excursions, and you're now together again.
I'm sorry I left so abrupt. I to get some bread. No, it's okay. I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna grab the Aurelius coin off the bed where I left it. And kind of pocket it. I'm gonna turn to Marcos. And Xenophon in general is kind of like I think less shell shocked than you guys saw him when he left. A little more talkative. And definitely more alive. I would
That's
say.
important.
That's important. More alive. He's gonna look at Marcos and he's gonna say, Marcos, would you possibly be willing to help me understand this arcane energy in my body? Because I have no idea what it entails or what it'll do to me or anything else. Or anything about arcane energy. I have no clue what it is. Go. What were you going? That slapped you. Yes, she was nice. I like her. Yes, I was in the room,
Yeah.
trust me.
I don't know.
Actually, was I unconscious? I may have been.
He was. You were at that point, but
I remember her though. She never spoke. Very interesting. She will be at the ball. To the ball. You can't go. Well, the ball is it on the note cards that they left us? Does it say when it is?
yeah, it is. It's tomorrow night.
Well, we just go tomorrow night then. We don't have to go out of our way. Please. Rise, it is good to see you as well.
It's good to see you. How was your walk?
Enlightening.
Good.
Alright, are we going to stay in the hospital all day or are we going to move? Leave?
I think we need to get out of here.
Where do we go? The bar?
Then let's go. I thought we scrapped
Cure and
that
the curse
shit.
are
We
twins.
scrapped that. Redcon. Let's go.
Right here.
Okay, you step out to session 6.
Yeah.
Cool. And you
Cool.
guys actually talked and stuff? Wow.
I know.
Yeah?
5
What
sessions.
do you want to do? Where?
It's on the wall. Oh.
You could do
Isn't
that
that like back
next
at her
session.
place? Yeah.
Remember that. Sounds good.
Write that down. Write that down. Mm.
I'm surprised you remembered that. I didn't think that we would ever tie that thing up. We'll
he
see
was
if
thinking
you
about
do
it.
remember it for next time.
He probably won't. I can be dialed. Oh my God, James Cook, 64-yard rush touchdown.
That is the end of session 5 of SPQR. And let's hope we get a one in soon.